This morning I read a story about a blind man who couldn't physically see Jesus, but because of what he heard about Jesus, called out to Jesus for healing and for help anyway. This blind man was also told to stop calling out to Jesus by a group of people, but he ignored those people and he called out to Jesus anyway. What an example. Someone who isn't focused on what they can or cannot see and isn't focused on what people do or do not say, who calls out to Jesus based on what he hears and believes about Jesus. This is an excellent example for those of us who can't see or understand Jesus the way other people who are telling us about Jesus do. And also for those of us who have other people in our ear telling us not to call out to Jesus. And you may have other reasons for not receiving or believing in Jesus. I'm sure there's stories in the Bible that will give you examples about those reasons too. This blind beggar who is used to begging begs Jesus for help and doesn't let anything or anyone outweigh or get in the way of his desire to see. And he believed that Jesus could heal his blindness and help him see. He even did not let what he couldn't see get in the way. There's a lot of lessons we can learn from that. Read the story and think about why you haven't chosen to call out to Jesus for help, for healing, and for hope. Is it because of what you can or cannot see? Or is it because of what other people do or do not say? In either of these cases, remember this story about this blind beggar. They may have thought that the man was begging for a handout. He did want something from Jesus, but it wasn't a handout. He wanted healing. So when Jesus asked him, "What do you want me to do for you?" he replied, "I want to see. I want healing." And pay close attention to the end of the story. Luke 18:43, immediately he received his sight and followed Jesus, praising God. When all the people saw it, they also praised God. Praise God for examples like this for us to follow.